Hello YouTube and welcome to Twin Ring Motegi, site to race number 18 of the NRSL Hooters Series. Joining me in the booth as he has all season is Stephen Paul III.
Hello guys, I'm back. We got some Red Bulls and we're Japan.
On the front row today will be Sam Young and James Qualls. Starting along in row 2 will be Zachary Fitzwater, Kyle Matthews, fresh off his Kentucky win 1 week ago. Jack James and Jerry Shelley make up row 3, with the points leader Jessica Shelton starting alongside PJ Williams in row number 4. Johnny Gardner and Chris Washer will make up row number 5. Here's the rest of the starting grid as I hand it over to Steven.
Well, it's definitely going to be an interesting race here. This is kind of like a big track. It's like over the border. So definitely people to look out this week is Jess starting 7th, the Braxton starting 30th. Jess looks to expand the points lead. And my pick to win, I'm going to have to say Sam Young starting on the pole will definitely be a factor, and clean air at this track will be definitely key. So I look to Sam to get the win and pull away. But I expect some guys in the back, like we saw at Kentucky last week, like they move from the front to the back, as Zach Flickinger and Arger Baranowski is on the last row.
Yep, and coming into this race, Jessica Shelton, Hunter Braxton have been the dominant cars of the season, as those are the only 2 cars that can leave here as the points leader, with it being a 136 point gap from Shelton to Braxton. Rest of the top 10 is Kev Shear, Zach Flickinger, Sky Commons, Bafode Sacco, William Brock, Muhammad Zain Abdullah, Jerry Shelley, and Time Pollard.
Start them engines!
And that was a nifty command, to say the least.
It's a Japan command.
That was definitely not. I can't wait for you to be able to hear that one. Onboards that we will carry this week, we'll start with the points leader. Carrying the Chevy onboard is Jessica Shelton. Hunter Braxton is carrying the Target onboard. Kev Shear, the Ford onboard camera. Zach Flickinger, the Dodge onboard camera. Sky Commons, the FreeFretReport.com onboard camera. Bafode Sacco, the Menards onboard camera. Muhammad Zain Abdullah carrying the Carfax onboard. And finally, Dylan Young carrying the Toyota onboard camera here today. Worth mentioning also the wildcards coming in. The most recent race winner, James Qualls, is in the first wildcard spot, with Sheila Shear holding the tiebreaker over Amanda Shelley for the second wildcard spot on top 5 finishes.
It's incredible. As here we come coming down to the green flag for Sam Younger.
And I didn't look up the race sponsor, but we are green from Twin Ring Motegi.
As Zachary Fitzwater, interesting, he's up there. I don't believe he's at a top 5 this year.
He is not one of the 3 that has yet to finish in the top 10.
It's the other guy.
Or top 5. Though the 3 drivers who come into this race without a top 5 finish are Isaac Flickinger, William Flickinger, and Alger Baranowskis.
Poor Flickingers.
Meanwhile, Jerry Shelley now makes the move for second here on Fitzwater.
Now, what Braxton did not want to see is Jessica moving up to the field like this.
Well, right now she is slowly moving up towards the front. We'll have to see what happens here. Actually, she's going to make the move for third on Jerry Shelley's fellow Camping World car.
Jack James got a top 5 at South Boston, now in the top 5 here, so this team's got some momentum on their side.
And also worth mentioning as well, there are 3 drivers in the field without a DNF this season. Jerry Shelley is one of them. Henry Williams and Paul Swanson are the other 2. Meanwhile, Sam Young now has led the first 2 laps.
Well, definitely not pulling away like I thought in that cleaner, but I think it's Zachary Fitzwater is going to have a tough tail getting by him.
Well, right now he's able to stay with them, but passing him is right now proving to be tricky, as the top 6 or so are single file right now. Preston Plord trying to make a move on Paul Swanson for 7th, and holy dive bomb.
No kidding. And there's Stephen Paul. He won at New Hampshire, now trying to win in the green Dodge.
True. Yeah, because that one came in the red Brad Teague Dodge there.
And that would definitely help him in the wild card. Plord, the Pocono winner looking for a win. That will help him in the wild card chase too.
Well, I mean, just having a second win for any of the wildcard drivers would help, yes.
Just ask Steve Pollard about it.
Yeah, basically. As Fitzwater staying on that back bumper of Sam Young, who comes into this race 13th in the points.
Just like I've said, clean air is just so much king, and as I have nightmares of Camping World behind them.
Let's take a look at where Braxton is. Remember, he started the day out in 30th, currently 37th, last scored.
Well, you look who also back here, the Sheila Shear, second in the wild card, now running in the back of the field. That's not going to help her case right now.
Yeah, with that, worth looking at where Amanda Shelley is and currently runs in 9th.
Yeah, that's a little ouch.
It's a big ouch. Meanwhile, Swanson now starting to fall back. He is outside the top 10 now.
Comes another Pollard, trying to creep in. There's Kev third in the points, trying to gain on Braxton, actually.
A miniature home race for the Toyotas, worth mentioning. Toyota obviously kind of touted as a Japanese make here. So you know that they would really like to pull home a victory here on home soil.
Definitely, as right now, who's in the 0-1? Sam Young is trying to ruin those hopes. Wow, that's close right there.
Yeah, it was. Jerry Shelley now is taken third back from Jessica Shelton.
Like I said, clean air is going to be so much king in this race. It's so hard to get past when you have that clean air on your nose.
And right now, Sam Young is loving that fact as he has led every single lap, but Zachary Fitzwater now makes the move going into 3.
Now, I think Zachary's going to get the run, but the 0-1's... Nope, I was wrong.
That outside line, not terrible, but Zachary Fitzwater with a move.
Well, if you're going to make a pass, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, he chopped him off coming off turn 4 there.
Well, I can definitely tell you Sam Young is not going to be buying Kingsford after this race.
Well, he might not, and he might also have some things to say to Zachary Fitzwater if he can catch back up to him after that one.
For sure, but it's good. But Sam Young has got a mirror full of Camping World.
Yeah, 2 of them. The RVs.com Chevy and the Wyndham Rewards Chevy as well.
Definitely, it looks like it's a little hard to pass. So any move you can get, you got to dive bomb and take it.
Definitely got to take advantage of it at the very least as Zachary Fitzwater starts to check out a little bit on the 0-1.
I think the 0-1 was only good in clean air. Now he's holding up the field because his car is not really, the front end's not really set in the dirty air over here.
Definitely looks to be a little bit tighter than maybe he really would like it to be.
It's coming off the corner. Everybody in a 2013 line right now.
True. But, I mean, just trying to set him up, basically. That's been the key so far, is just you got to set up that move.
But the problem is, like we have, like in Kentucky, another sprint race, only 20 laps. What you got to make the move now. And Alexander Rowe, who has been pretty steadily moving up he was at the bottom. Now he's getting running in the top 10 again.
And Jack James tries to make a move on the 2 of Jessica Shelton, not able to get there. And it's actually going to maybe cost Preston Plord a spot.
Well, the 18 lifted not to kill Jess right there, and that killed Plord.
Yeah, it will, because now Stephen Paul III is going to make a move, and Amanda Shelley might just fill that hole there as well.
Man, better not. Oh, boy, that's getting close. Pollock's got a good car. It's just too short of a race. Looks like the 89's good on the long run right there.
That might be, yeah. Alexander Rowe might also be able to grab a spot here from the 48. Who knows? Yeah, Plord had to check up again off of turn 4, but so did Amanda Shelley.
Well, you got to figure out some tire wear, maybe getting into a factor there, too.
Maybe. Meanwhile, Fitzwater has not been able to check out entirely, but he is just slowly building that gap.
Well, if Fitzwater was able to win, he was like 19th coming in, if I'm not mistaken.
20th in points.
Well, so he would have been, let's see, like 5 people behind the wild card. So definitely interesting.
Definitely would have helped. We'll have to wait and see. James Quall's up here in the top 15, so maybe he might have a shot to move into the top 10. He was only a handful of points out of it.
Also on track, Amy Shelley passed Stephen Paul III. We missed that.
No, I mentioned it.
Uh,
Meanwhile, Jerry Shelley to the back bumper of the 01 again.
and worth also mentioning, Jerry Shelley only has one top 5 this season, which was that second place in that photo finish at 3 unit.
And worth mentioning, Sam Young has started to close back in on the 59 car.
Well, it's definitely going to be interesting if the 01 gets to that back bumper.
I think it would be, yeah. As Stephen Paul III falls back, loses a spot to Alexander Rowe and Preston Plord.
Way up on the track there, as everybody now is trying to get the move there. There's 2 Roush Fenway cars.
Yep, 2 of the Roush cars here trying to make moves.
Pretty clean and green, which not surprising here, as 33. Everybody in a single file line.
Well, except for at the back of the field.
Yeah, well, RJ's not able to improve. There's Baranowski's improving.
Plus 10. So.
I mean, Williams, yeah, everybody kind of single file, and not right here. Just best battle on the racetrack.
I wouldn't say that necessarily, as Swanson now tries to make the move on Time Pollard for 13th.
As he's definitely going to get those, like we mentioned in practice, Swanson's been on a slide, so definitely a good rebound race right here.
And Stephen Paul III tried to make a move on Preston Plord, wasn't able to quite get there.
Well, Sam Young is 20. I think he's not going to have enough time to get him, because I think Jerry Shelley's going to make the pass on him before that happens.
I think so too, but I also don't think the 01 has been quite as good as the 59 anyway, so probably just doesn't have the car to be able to make that move.
Amy Shelley's definitely got a car to get up there. I think if they had enough time.
You made that mistake last time out too. It's Amanda Shelley.
Well, I apologize to the Shelleys.
I even put AMA up there to try and differentiate between the two.
You know, I'm just so used to her running the Jesus 89. That's why.
Maybe. Okay, I'll try and give you that one. Meanwhile, Alexander Rowe makes the move for 6th on Jack James now.
Yeah, they got to their first top 5 a few weeks ago, so definitely a good run for the 99 team.
And currently is the highest running Toyota driver.
That's a positive.
That always is, yeah. I don't think Shelton really cares to make a move either, in all honesty. You look at who's in front of her, really not who she's fighting right now.
Well, we got 2 to go, and looks like
3 to go.
God damn it. Zachary Fitzwater's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, and Jerry Shelley, for whatever reason, just cannot make the move on the 01 car.
The fifth, like I said, clean air is definitely king. So that's why the 59's pulling away. The 01 can't catch.
And can Jerry Shelley set it up here through 1 and 2 is going to be the question. He's going to try and get there.
Zorline moves in the top 10. Mentioned some people in the back of the field right there.
Yep. Swanson now also passes James Qualls.
Depending where Braxton is, Kev came in this race 95 points behind Braxton, so Kev might have a chance to pass Braxton in points.
Ooh, and nearly some contact there between the 21 and the 06 off turn 4.
White flag for Zach Flickinger.
Zachary Fitzwater.
My man Zachary.
As Zorline makes the move on Pollard there for 9th. And Jerry Shelley finally made the move, but now here comes the 01.
Well, a little too late for that. It's off the corner. 59, Carl. Let Charles do this.
As Zachary Fitzwater will take the checkered flag, the Australian wins the twin ring.
An Australian wins at Japan. What a finish.
And I promise this will probably be a lot better of a race next time out. The next time we come here, so... Actually, I honestly don't know what this race sponsor was. I might be able to help with that. So Zachary Fitzwater wins the race. Sam Young, Jerry Shelley, Jessica Shelton will expand her points lead out even more. Amanda Shelley, Alexander Rowe, Jack James, Preston Plord, Jonathan Zorline, and Stephen Pollard III, the top 10 here today. Show the bottom of the results, and I hand it over to Stephen for his final thoughts.
It was definitely a good run. It was Well, Hunter Braxton want to come back from running 42nd to 24th. But anyways, it was definitely a clean air race. Once Zachary got the clean air on his nose, he could not pull away. The race was mainly about getting runs and trying to set up people like Jerry Shelley did too late. Another sprint race, but it was fun watching this race. It was definitely good to see comers and goers. Good win to Zachary. We have one more race here in Japan, and then we're probably going to Canada or India next. Who knows?
How did you forget? It's Barber next week for the.
I think it's the inaugural race at Barber too, right?
Oh, that's for the Cup, actually. I'm sorry. I should mention that actually, the next Hooters Series race. So the next weekend of races after this is an interesting one. I can't tell you honestly how it's going to work out because it's going to kind of depend on what we record. All three series are going to a different road course.
Well, I think we should do the Hooters. We'll discuss it off camera.
Well, that'll be discussed off camera, and like I said, it'll kind of also depend on what we record. So I'm saying that, and by the time that this actually gets uploaded, we would have already decided that, and most likely already recorded a bunch of it. So we'll have to see how that goes. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, though. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't today for more racing and gaming related content. I'd like to thank Steven for joining me. I'm Gordon Fantunin1, and this has been a production of the NRSL. I'll see you guys next time. Congrats to Zachary Fitzwater.
See you guys.